Hey guys, welcome back to Jalen Says. Today I'm here with the incredible Marcus Boyd. He's an autism activist, he's a gospel rapper, music producer, he even has a clothing line. Man, that's a breathful. Just thank you for being on my show. So, Marcus, wait 1 second.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm very honored. I think it's amazing. I'm a super fan of yours.
So, Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
you're an autism activist, and we know you have autism, but what do you really know about autism?
I know it's a nucleological disease. I mean, it's a nucleological disorder, and that means that girls and boys and adults, they learn different, they comprehend different, they hear different, they understand things differently. It's not like it's a disease or anything else. It's a blessing. So from my community, I speak for those who may have difficulty in speaking, may have difficulty in learning and understanding things, but that don't mean that they're different. It's just that the speed of learning is different. That's all.
So, I know people didn't know really much about autism back when you had it, but what was it like?
Mm-hmm. For me, it was I can't speak for other people. I only can speak for me. For me, it was like it wasn't always fun. It was almost like going to Toys R Us, but never can pick out a toy. It's almost like going to Walmart and never can say, I want this item. So that was the problem. It was getting picked on. It was getting made fun of. It was getting bullied. It was getting misunderstood. They quick to want to put us in special education or give us IEPs, and it may not be something wrong with us intellectually or with our intelligence. It may be something wrong with our behavior and our emotion. So the school systems, I don't know how the school systems are now, but the school systems back then when I was going to school, they any action puts you in special education classes. So it was a roller coaster. That's what it was.
Yeah. So, why did you just become an activist? Did you just want to share what you
I decided,
just know with the world?
well, about 3 years ago, I decided to become an activist because a good friend of mine really encouraged me and pushed me over the edge and told me that I have a story. So I am responsible to tell my story to others who may be going through the same thing I may have went through. And I'm here to help. And I wanted to be able to spread awareness and acceptance in the autism community because we may not get accepted, or we may not people may not understand or be fully aware of what autism is, and they may still have questions. So it's not like because each case is different with autism, so it's not like everybody has the same symptoms, everybody's going through the same things. That's not the truth. So each case with autism is different. So you just have to know about it case by case.
So, what was your autism case?
I was classified with autism classic, which is just means that I have full blown autism. So some people say on the spectrum. So it's different color levels for autism. It's different color levels like red, blue, yellow, or whatever have you, certain things that your child can do or cannot do will put you on a different color scale or a different color level. At that point, when I got diagnosed April 20th, 1993, you know, I was 10 years old. So when Dr. King diagnosed me in Clifton Springs Mental Health Center, it was like I didn't, me, my foster parents, nobody knew what he was talking about. We thought he was just speaking gibberish. So when he prescribed Ritalin and Paxil, and he said 500 to 1,000 milligrams of each pill, 2 pills twice a day. So we didn't know what those medications was going to do. We just knew that he was a doctor. He prescribed it. So we don't believe him. So I still say I still don't agree with putting children on medication. I just don't. But that's just my opinion.
So, what about autism just is like, why did it take so long for people to find it out?
I mean, you have to understand something too, because in the early '80s, late early '90s, and stuff like that. So everything back then was spiritual realm, especially if you come from a Baptist background or a Methodist or Pentecostal background. So if you acting up in school or having trouble at home with your behavior, then let's just whip you and pray over you and put some holy oil on you or something like that, because you having a moment. You need you need prayer. You need Jesus. Not understanding that you may have a mental disformity that may causes you to act this way, or you may have something going on emotionally that may causes you to act this way. So I think people didn't understand it because they was only going from what they knew, and traditionally they only knew a whooping and Bible. So that's what you're gonna be, either one or both.
So, I know you're a gospel rapper, and just what made you start your music career?
I've been in band, concert, and marching band since I was in third grade. I started playing the flute. Yes, I did say the flute. Uh, but I started playing the flute, and then I went to the cello, the violin, the trumpet, the saxophone, the drums, the keyboard, electrical keyboard, organ, drums. Because music became what I didn't have at the time. Music became a steady, instant friend. So music was not judging me. It wasn't saying I couldn't sit at certain places. It wasn't throwing food at me at lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? So music became my escape. And my friend Tony, he used to introduce me to Motown and different Puerto Rican type of artists and sounds and salsa and different type of melodies. So music became something that I needed. It became a medicine that I wasn't forced to take.
I guess if you could, you would start a one-man band.
I mean, I tried. I did try, but it takes breathing, practicing, and all the other stuff for those instruments, especially trumpet and saxophone. And I'm kind of a big guy, so my breathing is kind of going. So
So, what ma- what made you start doing gospel rapping?
uh, about 2016, I was already doing secular rap, but I always wanted to really have a conversation with Jesus and ask him some personal questions of my upbringing and why he felt the need to allow so many things to happen to me in my upbringing. And it just went from a poem to a 16. Then it did. I just said, okay, well, I'm just gonna do a whole. So I put out 2 EPs 4 years ago, and now I'm working on my debut album, and I'm working on the mixtape. So, um, yeah, yeah, and I produce for other chart-topping gospel and secular artists. So I've been doing that for almost 21 years.
So, you are a music producer. Who do you basically produce?
Everybody, everybody on Facebook. I mean, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let's see here. Some people locally in Atlanta that you may know that sung on my beats. Brian K. Marshall, Saga the Boss. Shoot, pretty much everybody dealing with ATL artists. They done either sung or walked or did a fashion show or walked on my beats in Atlanta. Period. I mean, everybody anywhere from Shirley Caesar, Lil Wayne, Tiger, Dwell A. I mean, the list goes on and on. Shay Sam's. I mean, I am Sostress. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, but I think that music can touch people in a way that my vocals can't. So they may not understand me with using my vocals, but they're gonna understand that melody.
Um, I also heard you got a Grammy. So what did you get a Grammy for?
Yes, nominated. I was nominated. I was nominated for shoot. Let's see here. I was nominated stuff with Lil Wayne, stuff with Shirley Caesar, nominated with stuff with Dwell A, nominated with stuff with Tiger, featuring Rick Ross.
Wow.
The list goes on. So let's understand something here. I said I was nominated. I didn't personally win a Grammy. I was just nominated. Like you get nominated as being an actor. You're nominated. That's good. That's good. The nomination is good. The Grammy is better.
So, like, I heard you have like something new about like a music beat called "I Can't Breathe."
Yeah. I just literally dropped my new beat called "I Can't Breathe" and stuff, and my inbox is still going crazy because people want to use it because people want to do poems or rap or sing on it so they can express their hurt or their viewpoint on police brutality. Um, I think again with me using music, that is the best way I can protest. That is the best way I can speak my truth is use music as a voice instead of me going out here walking 10 miles to protest because we all know what the truth is. I won't even be able to walk 10 blocks. So music can go further than I can.
Can we hear a little taste of that beat?
Not at this current moment. Not at this current moment because of the situation where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But it's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. Stuff like that. All people gotta do just click on it. Uh, I put it in your inbox. So gotta do something. But but yeah, yeah. I do apologize, but yeah, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen at where I'm at.
Do you like sell your beats or sell your raps on CD?
20 years ago, I used to. I used to make a living doing that, selling beats and touring and stuff of that nature. Now, since I'm in retirement mode, since I'm in like I really don't want to be a music producer no more. It's more so of blessing people that can't get blessed. It's almost like somebody told you, "I'm gonna put you as the main lead in this role, and you don't have to audition." So it's almost like I just want to bless people that I know that have gifts and can't get the proper sound that they need.
So, what was your childhood like growing up?
How long is this interview? Shoot. It was eventful. That's what it was. It was eventful. I mean, it was nothing to really boast or brag about. It was just some horrible, horrific stuff, But praise God that God allowed me to get through it, so I can try to, you know, give knowledge to my sons, give knowledge to other young men, so they don't have to go around the same roads or pitfalls.
So, what was it? What was your childhood like after you first started speaking?
Uh, Eventful. I wanted to say everything. Words I shouldn't say, stuff I should say, people business and stuff. I didn't know the difference. So I just knew it was words. I didn't know exactly what I was saying. I used to repeat a lot of stuff. I used to hear stuff and repeat it. And some of the stuff I wasn't supposed to repeat. So I didn't know the difference. But you teach that to a 2 or 3 year old. You don't teach that to a 13, 14-year-old. It's a kind of a difference.
What was your reaction when you first started speaking?
No lie. Okay, this may sound super corny. This may sound super corny. Listen, no lie. I promise I said I can't believe I'm speaking. No lie. I did. I said I can't believe I'm speaking. But I, I mean, that may sound like super crazy, but it's the truth. I was just in shock. I couldn't believe it.
Wow. You were just like, oh my gosh, I can speak?
Yeah, I
Wow.
was like, oh my God, I can speak.
Your grandma raised you when you were growing up. How did she feel?
She was deep in Jesus, deep in God. So that just made her go to the altar more times than she was going. It just made her put more money in the offering basket more times she was doing it. So I felt bad because I really like, okay, we was going to church every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I think we started going every day after that. I don't even think I seen my bed. We was going to church every day, face on the floor.
Wow. So, when after you started speaking, did you basically start rapping?
Uh, Rap came way later, like 2016. No, no, 2008, 2008, 2009. I was doing secular music. At least I was trying to. I was a better producer than a rapper. But in 2016, I became a good rapper. So I decided to really take it seriously as far as gospel rap.
Why did you start becoming a producer?
See, in Brooklyn, when I was raised in Brooklyn, back in 2000 2000 no 2000 1999 2000. So I wanted to learn how to produce, and a friend of mine gave me Fruity Loops. Um, it was a little demo CD. But make a long story short, they was in Brooklyn. They was cuffing. I mean, they was holding on to their beats like parents hold on to children. They was not giving them out. Like you couldn't get a beat from nobody. It wasn't. They wasn't giving them out. So I had to learn how to. I had a trumpet and I had a demo version of Fruity Loops on an Acer laptop. Now anybody hear that? They be like, Acer? Yeah, yeah. I had a demo version of Fruity Loops and a trumpet. So with a demo version of Fruity Loops, they're only going to give you the basic drums that they are provided because you have to buy the whole software in order to get different styles of drums. So they're going to give you that little doom 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 doom, that little 1-2 kick drum that they provide on the demo, and then you try to put a trumpet sound with it. It really doesn't sound right. It doesn't. So at least for 2-3 years, I was making some whack beats.
Who was the first person you produced?
First person I produced. Well, first person I helped produce was Cool Breeze. Watch out for the hook. That's in Atlanta. That was April 1998. That was another bad deal, bad business deal. Long story, but first person that I did sold by myself, it had to be uh, it had to be this guy named Blackmouth. He was an independent artist in Brooklyn, and his name was Blackmouth, and he rapped on one of my beats called Glorious, and that was in 2000, 2001. He had a little local buzz or whatever, but Blackmouth got shot. So there's that.
Did anyone inspire you to start rapping?
Uh, a lot of friends of mine was rapping, but they were not rapping gospel rap. They was rapping other stuff about other stuff. So, um, Fonte from Little Brother, uh, Co Co Smooth, Co Smooth. Uh, I mean Nas, Biggie, of course. That's the teacher. Biggie, that's my dad. Um, that's my musical father. Big Pun, Big L, Az. I'm naming people that you probably don't know or who none of these people are. And that's fine.
I really, uh, now to other entertainment. So I heard you've been on TV commercials and stuff like that. So what
Yes,
commercials?
I have been on TV commercials and stuff. Yeah, I have been on TV commercials. So I say I have because my music has. So there was a hair commercial that was filmed that was placed on BET in 2004. That was my little music. It was a bunch of little 25, 30-second sound bites that they used my music for that may have flew on across a BET, UPN, little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing really major because physically I wasn't on the screen. So my music was heard.
And how much did that basically help with your music career?
It helped with bragging rights. My brother was still kind of broke. So it helped with bragging rights. That's pretty much it. Like, ooh, look at me. Look at my music. It's on this commercial. But I say that, but still be at the Chinese restaurant over there in the hood trying to get me a 7-piece. So it just didn't. It just really didn't add up financially.
So has your music been in like movies and like big movies?
My music, well, no, my music has been in independent films and some some TV series, some independent TV series and stuff like that. Um, I got a team of people now that's trying to push me to do movie big movie projects with my music, but that's not where the money is. So I don't want to do something and then I get paid $2,000 to $5,000, and that movie done made 24 million. So it just again it don't add up for me.
Wow. So you have a clothing line? That
Yes, it's called the A Collection. The A Collection is for the autism community. It's the first of its kind. So it's an urban slash casual clothing line for men, women, and children. Right now, we're going to start off with the t-shirts. Then we're going to move to the hats, the dresses, the pants, the garments, the underclothes, everything that men, women, and children wear. So the A collection will be able to provide those things. But again, it's the first of its kind for the autism community because that's where it got birthed from.
And what is the aid collection like? How is that helping with your business right now?
Well, I mean, it's going fine. You know, we just registered it legally with the state of Georgia. You know, my management team is really working hard to, to present the shirts in a way that is not the normal as far as when you see somebody like this shirt I have on currently. It has a name on it, but when you go on the tag of this shirt, it has the company that made the shirt. So when you see the A collection, when you go on the tag, you're gonna see the A collection. That's what it's gonna say on the tag. It ain't gonna say Fruity Balloons. It ain't gonna say Glendon. It's gonna say A collection on the tag. We got washable hand care tags, hang tags, neck tags. We got all the size tags. We got all that stuff already ready to go for the shirts. And we're going to do the pants and hats the same way, the same fashion. This is a real fashionable clothing line. So it takes a little time to build it, but I'm proud that we're going to be able to schedule this photo shoot for the t-shirts with the models and stuff of that nature. And I'll be honored. I mean, you kind of busy and stuff because when you get celebrity status like yourself, you get busy and stuff. But I'd be honored if you just be at the photo shoot with the shirt on in Atlanta. But I got to go through your manager, your PR, and your booking agent because you big. Um, so I get it.
Do you think about making a collection mask, like
We're
mask?
working on that. Actually, we're working on yes, the mask and stuff. We were working on the A collection, man. Shout out to my incredible manager, Audrey Rowe from A Row Designs, from the Sir collection. You know what I'm saying? From A Row Management. I mean, but shout out to my whole team. Um, we are definitely working on that because we see where it's needed. It's not even about the money. We see where it's needed to help other people. So that's why we're working on the mask.
Has your base has your business decreased in quarantine basically?
No, I can't even lie. It, actually, it's been helping me because it's been giving me time to structure stuff, get stuff together, get money together to be able to push forward to the next level on different items and different things. So I can't say the quarantine has affected me. Nope. It's been a blessing.
About your you are an activist, and
Yes.
what is it what is it like to be an activist? Like, do you like what do activists do?
Well, it's not a lot of well, it's a lot of meetings, a lot of conference calls, a lot of Zooms now because of the virus, a lot of Zoom meetings. Just structuralizing, getting the team together to be able to book speaking engagements, book different awareness rallies, and all this other stuff. But we got to do it in the confinement of the virus because we want to make sure everybody's safe and everybody is going to be productive while we out there are trying to spread the message. But our activist is basically somebody who helps represent the voices of its own community. So whether they are advocating for civil rights, for the Black community, for voting rights, whatever the activist is advocating for. Like I'm advocating for the autism community. So everything I do has dealing with the autism community because I advocate for it.
When did you start being an activist?
Uh, Almost 3 years ago. And I do give definitely a big shout out to my Nisha Holiday and the Holiday Firm because if it wasn't for them, then a lot of this stuff, the awards and everything else of me being an autism activist would probably never happen. It takes
Who
somebody
else?
great to push you to be greater.
Who else would you give
Hmm?
shout out to?
Jaquetta, John McClung Jr., Tracy Bumpers, the whole Kingdom Connection Media Group, Brian K. Marshall, ATL's hottest. I mean, if it wasn't for Brian K. Marshall, we would never did the ATL Hottest Special Awards, where we gave real awards and honors to the mental health community last year. So I'm the co-founder of that. I'm one of the founders of that. So, every year we have this award show to give real recognition and awards to the mental health community in the state of Georgia. So I know I do a lot. I do.
How is going with this quarantine?
Well, the ATL Hottest Special Awards is normally the first week of December every year. So I don't think we're going to do it in 2020. We'll just get prepared and be more ready for 2021 with the ATL Hottest Special Awards, because we don't want to just throw anything together, because the people, the volunteers, and everybody that deals with mental health deserves their night. They deserve a night to be celebrated. And I don't want to just throw it together. This ain't food.
Well, where can we find you?
Not at the corner store, but no, let me be real. You can find me on Autism Activist Marcus Boyd on Instagram, Marcus Boyd on Facebook, autismactivistmarcusboyd.com. You can go on my website, look for new things that's going on, new places that I might be. Or you can just contact ARO Management if, for bookings or anything of that nature. So I'm pretty much everywhere. There's pretty much not one place on social media, because I got a Snapchat, I got a TikTok, okay, I guess those don't got really nothing to do with this. Okay, my bad.
Can you repeat it for those who haven't heard?
You can find me everywhere except the corner store. I'm at Instagram, Autism Activist Marcus Boyd. You can go to my website, autismactivistmarcusboyd.com. Facebook is Marcus Boyd. I got a Snapchat, I got a TikTok, I got an Instagram, I got a Twitter, I got a Pinterest. Okay, but I guess those don't go with this situation. So, okay, I apologize.
And thank you, Marcus Boyd, for your time. And thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for a whole new episode. Stay tuned. Bye.